Hi everyone, we can continue exercise 7D. We can start question number 5 onwards. Find the value of x if 2x plus 3 is to 5x minus 38 is the duplicate ratio of root 5 is to root 6. So 2x plus 3 is to 5x minus 38 is the duplicate ratio of root 5 is to root 6. So how can we write? 2x plus 3 divided by 5x minus 38 is equal to is the duplicate ratio of root 5 is to root 6. Duplicate ratio of this means root 5 square divided by what? Root 6 the whole square. Root 5 is the duplicate ratio of root 5 is to what? Root 6. So we can write as root 5 duplicate ratio means root 5 the whole square divided by root 6 the whole square. So 2x plus 3 divided by 5x minus 38. Root 5 whole square we know. Root 5 whole square we already discussed in question number 4. That is root 5 the whole square means root means what? Root means 1 by 2. So 5 raised to 1 by 2 the whole raised to 2. So 2 we can cancel 5. So is equal to 5 divided by same way root 6 the whole square means root we can write it as whole raised to 1 by 2. So 6 raised to 1 by 2. Root 6 means 6 raised to 1 by 2. The whole square is there. So 2 cancel. 6 raised to 1 is 6. So 5 by 6. So cross multiply. We want to find what? Find the value of x. So for that we have cross multiplying. Cross multiplying this. So we are getting 6 into 2x plus 3 is equal to 5 into 5x minus 38. So 12x plus 18 is equal to what? 5 into 5. 25x minus 38 into 5 is 190. No? 190. So 25x minus 12x. 25x. Here we can take minus 12x. Here plus 18 is the plus 190. So it will be 208 is equal to 25x minus 12x is 13x. 13x. So x is equal to 208 divided by 13. So 208 divided by 13. X is equal to 16. 16 into 13 is 208. Or we can divide 208 divided by 13. 13 into 1. 13. So 13 into 16 is 208. So you can do the division in the working column. So x value is 16. Fifth second one. 2x plus 1 is to 3x plus 13 is a subduplicate ratio of 9 is to 25. So how can we write? 2x plus 1 divided by 3x plus 13 is the subduplicate ratio of 9 is to 25. Subduplicate ratio means we want to take the square root of 9 and 25. Is the subduplicate ratio of 9 is to 25. So root 9 divided by root 25. So 2x plus 1 divided by 3x plus 13 is equal to root 9. 3 divided by 5. Then cross multiply. We will get as 5 into 2x plus 1 is equal to 3 into 3x plus 13. 10x plus 5 is equal to 9x plus what? 13 into 3 is 39. Equal to write the, so 10x minus 9x x together. So 39 minus 5. 10x minus x is 9x is x is equal to 35 minus 5 is 34. So x value is 34. Third question. 3x minus 7 is to 4x plus 3 is the subtriplicate ratio of 8 is to 27. So 3x minus 7 divided by 4x plus 3 is the subtriplicate ratio. Subtriplicate means taking the cube root. No? So of 8 is to 27. So cube root of 8 divided by cube root of 27. So how can we write this? 3x minus 7 divided by 4x plus 3 is equal to cube root of 8 is 2, cube root of 27 is 3. Cross multiplying 3x minus 7 into 3 is equal to 2 into 4x plus 3. So 9x minus 21 is equal to, here changing the brackets, no? 8x plus 6. So 9x, take 8x to the left side is equal to 6. This minus 21 will become plus 21. So x is equal to 6 plus 21 is 27. So value of x is 27. Question number 6. What quantity must be added to each term of the ratio x is to y so that it may become equal to c is to d? We don't know the quantity. What quantity must be added to what? Each term of the ratio x is to y. That is x is to y. We have x is to y means x by y. We want to add a quantity. We don't know the quantity. What quantity must be added to each term of the ratio? So each term of the ratio means we want to add what? That quantity to x and to y also. So let which one? X and y is given. So first we can write, let a be the quantity. Let a be the quantity to be added. So we want to add this a to both the numerator and to the denominator. So how can we write? X plus a divided by y plus a is equal to what? Let a be the quantity to be added. What is our question? What quantity must be added to each term of the ratio? So we added a to each term of the ratio so that it may become equal to c is to 9. So it will become c is to 9. So it will become what? C is to 9 means c by 9. If we add a to that x and y, it will be what? It will become c by d. I think it is clear. So how can we write this? X plus a divided by y plus a is equal to c by d. Next we want to cross multiply. So do it. So d cross multiplying d into x plus a is equal to c into y plus a. We want to find out which one? The value of a. So think and write. We want to find the value of a. What quantity must be added? So a together we want to take. First cross multiply dx plus dA is equal to cy plus ca. We want to find the value of a. So a together we want to take. So dA here, this ca we want to take to the left side ca, then only we can take 8 common. Then cy is in the right side itself, cy, this dx it will become minus dx. Take a common, so a common, then d minus c is equal to cy minus dx. What quantity must be added? That means a is a quantity to be added. So we want to find out the value of a. So a is equal to cy minus dx divided by d minus c. Can we take anything common? Nothing. So the quantity added be cy minus dx divided by d minus c. Okay, that is the answer. Question number 7. A woman reduces her weight in the ratio 7:5. What does her weight become if originally it was 84 kg? So the ratio of that weight is given as 7:5. So 7:5 means the ratio of this one is original and this one is the new one. So 7:5 is the ratio of that weight, her weight. So woman reduces her weight in the ratio 7:5. What does her weight become if originally it was 84? If originally it was 84 means the ratio of stands for 7. So original weight is 84. So what will be what? The ratio, if it stands for 5 means what will be the original weight? We want to find that. So Here what we want to find. That means 7:5 is the ratio. Think properly. 7:5 is the ratio. Originally it was 84. We don't know the new weight. So usually we are doing what? New weight will be what? We don't know. Let it be X no. So how can we write? 7:5. 7:5 is equal to 84:X. Can we write like this way? 84:X. 7 ratio of 7 original and the new one. It becomes 84. We don't know the new one. So we can write like this way. No? 7:5 is equal to 84:X. We know if these two are equal means we can write product of extremes is equal to product of means. So 7 into X, product of extremes. 7 into X is equal to product of extremes is equal to product of means. What we want to find here? Let X be the what? We don't know. What we want to find out. What does her weight become if originally it was 84 kg? Present weight. No, original weight is 84. What is the present weight? Let X be the present weight. So we can write like this way. So X is equal to 5 into 84 divided by 7. So X is equal to 84. Here 7 ones are 7 balance 1. So 5 into 12. So X is equal to 60. So 60 is the new weight. Already her weight is 84 kg. Now it becomes what? 60 kg. Given ratio is 7:5. Therefore, the new weight is equal to, want to write like this way. Therefore, the new weight is equal to what? 60. Okay. 8th question. If 15 into 2x square minus y square is equal to 7xy and find x is to y if x and y both are positive. Given 15 into 2x square minus y square is equal to 7xy. So change the bracket. 15 into 2x, 30x square minus 15y square is equal to 7xy. So 30x square, take this 7y minus 7xy minus 15y square as minus 15y square itself. This 7y we take to the left side is equal to 0. Splitting the middle term. Splitting the middle term, 7 we want. If you are multiplying 30 and negative 15, 30 into negative 15 is what? Positive 30 into negative 15. This negative 415. We want to get, if we add or subtract, we want to get it as negative 7. So which are the two numbers? 450 if you are dividing, prime factorization method, 5. 5 9s are 45, again 5. What will be? 18. So 18 here, 25. 25 and 18 possible or not? Check it. 25 and 18. 25 minus or 25 and 18. It will be negative 7 or not? So it will be negative 25 and a positive 18. Then it will be negative 7. And negative 25 into 18 is what? Negative 450. So which are the two numbers? Negative 25 and 18. So we can split this negative 7xy as 30x square minus 25xy plus 18xy minus 15y square is equal to 0. From this, which one we can take common? 5. 5x we can take. Remaining it will be 6x minus 5y. So depending upon this, we can take this. So 6x minus 5y, right, same. Then adjust with this. We want to get it as 18xy. We have only 6x. So 3y Okay, so automatically this will be what? 5 3s are 15, y into y is equal to 0, that you should write. So from this 6x minus 5y is common, 6x minus 5y into remaining here 5x plus 3y is equal to 0. That means 6x minus 5y is equal to 0 or 5x plus 3y is equal to 0. What we want to find out? We want to find which one? X is to y. That means x by y. If x and y both are positive. If 6x minus 5y is equal to 0, we can write as 6x is equal to 5y. That is x is to y means x by y we want to find out. So 5 by 6. That is x is to y is equal to 5 is to 6. Look at here. Is it possible? 5x is equal to 3y. If it comes to the right side, it will become negative 3y. No. Given question is what? X and y should be positive. So can we take this? X and y should be positive means we can't take this. That is x by y will be what? If you are taking negative 3 divided by 5, negative 3y, positive 5x. It won't be possible, not possible. That is negative x by y. X and y should be positive. Given condition is x and y should be positive. So we can't take this. So x is to y is equal to 5 is to 6 is the answer. Okay. 9th question. Find the fourth proportional to 2xy, x square and y square. We want to find the fourth proportion. So let the fourth proportion be x and y is given. So we can take it as A. Let the fourth proportion be A. Let the fourth proportion be, instead of x is given in the question, instead of x we can write A. Let the fourth proportion be A. So how can we write? Fourth proportion is A. So the given 2xy is to x square, proportion to y square is to, this is the first one, second, third and fourth proportion we assume it as A. Product of extremes is equal to, given they are in proportion, so product of extremes is equal to product of means. So 2xy into A, product of extremes is equal to product of means x square into y square. We want to find what? A. A we want to find out. So A is equal to, no need of multiplying, just A is equal to x square plus y square, sorry, x square into y square divided by 2xy. So x square, here x, 1x we can cancel, no, here x and here 1x we can cancel, same way y, here 1y we can cancel, remaining numerator 1x will be the 1, y will be the divided by 2. So therefore the fourth proportion, is what? Is xy by 2. Fourth proportion is xy by 2. 9th, second question. Third proportion to a square minus b square and a plus b. A square minus b square, a and b is given, so we can take it as x. Let the third proportion be, 9th, second one. Let the third proportion be x. Given a square minus b square and a plus b, we want to find the third proportion. Third proportion means we have only what? A square minus b square and which one? A plus b. So how can we write in proportion form? A square minus b square is to a plus b. Two values only given, a plus b proportion to. So this is a continued proportion. So listen properly. So a plus b, continued proportion. So both will be equal. We want to find the third proportion. So we assume the third proportion as x. Two values only given, a square minus b square and a plus b is given. So it will be in a continued proportion, not in a proportion. Okay, then here they are in proportion, we can write product of extremes is equal to product of means. So a square minus b square into x is equal to a plus b into a plus b. This two. Okay. So we want to find out which one? X, that is the third proportion. X is equal to a plus b into a plus b divided by a square minus b square. We have the identity what? A square minus b square is what? A plus b into a minus b. No need of this multiplying. A plus b into a minus b. A square minus b square, we have the identity a plus b into a minus b. So directly we can cancel this a plus b and a plus b. So x is equal to a plus b divided by a minus b. X is equal to a plus b divided by a minus b. Therefore last we want to write what? Therefore the third proportion is a plus b divided by a minus b. Okay. Ninth, third question. Mean proportion to x minus y and x cube minus x square y. Find the mean proportion. So we don't know. So we can assume it as A. Let the mean proportion be A. Let the mean proportion be A. So center we want to write A. So how can we write? X minus y is given. We don't know the mean proportion. We assume it as A is proportion to. Here A is 2. X minus y and which one is given? X cube minus x square y. X cube minus x square y. Since they are in proportion, we can write product of extremes is equal to product of means. Product of means. So x minus y into x cube minus x square y is equal to a into a. That means a into a. Next step we can write it as a square. So here a square x minus y into x cube minus x square y. From this we can take x square common. So x minus y into, from this x square if you are taking, remaining it will be, from this x cube if we take which one? X square root. So remaining it will be x. Already we took one x square. So remaining only y is equal to a square. This x minus y and x minus y into x minus y is what? X minus y whole square. So x minus y the whole square into x square is equal to a square. So we want to find a, root of a. Suppose a square is equal to 4. What will be a? A is equal to root of 4, that is 2 we are writing. A is equal to 2. So same way a we want to find out. A is equal to root of x minus y the whole square into x square. Already we discussed square means if you are taking root whole raised to 1 by 2, that 1 by 2 will cancel. So remaining it will be what? Answer is what? X minus y into x. X minus y into x is the mean proportion. Therefore, the mean proportion is x minus y into x. 10th question. Find two numbers such that the mean proportion between them is 14 and third proportional to them is 112. Find the two numbers. We don't know the numbers. So let the numbers be x and y. Let the numbers be x and y. Find the two numbers such that the condition is given that mean proportional between them is 14. Find the two numbers. We don't know the two numbers between them. So let x and y be the two numbers. Between them, the mean proportion is given as 14. So how can we write? First condition, mean proportion is given as 14 means x is to 14 proportion to 14 is to y. Since the mean proportion is given as 14. So x and y are the two numbers. In between x and y, the mean proportion is 14 is given. So we can write like this way. So x is to 14 is proportion to 14 is to y. So product of extremes is equal to product of extremes is equal to product of means. So how can we write? Product of extremes means x into y. xy is equal to 14 into 14. 14 into 14 is 196. Let it be there. Okay. Or otherwise leave one line. Let it be there. Next, what is our condition given? Third proportion to them is 1, 1, 2. Also given what? Third proportion is what? To them is 1, 1, 2. Third proportion to x and y are the two numbers. Given third proportion is 1, 1, 2. So how can we write the next one? X and y are the two numbers. Third proportion is 1, 1, 2 means x is to y proportion to. Third proportion is given means only two numbers are there, x and y. So automatically it will be in a continued proportion. So x is to y proportion to y is to third proportion is given as 1, 1, 2. So 1, 1, 2. I think it is clear. So x is to y proportion to y is to 1, 1, 2. That is product of extremes is equal to product of means. So x into 1, 1, 2 is equal to y into y. Okay. So x into 1, 1, 2 is equal to y. That means 1, 1, 2 x is equal to y square. So we have xy is equal to 196 and 112 x is equal to y square. From these two equations we want to find the value of x and y. How can we substitute any value? No. From here we can take which one? From equation, from this one, xy is equal to 196. From there we can take x, no? X will be what? From here. That's why I told you to leave one line. So from here x we can take as 196 divided by y. So we can substitute x value here. Let it be equation number 1. This is equation number 2. Okay. Equation number 1 is 196 divided by y. Equation number 2 is 112x is equal to y square. So substitute equation number 1 in equation number 2. Equation number 2 is 112x. So instead of x we are writing 196 by y. So it will become, equation 2 will become 112 into x. No, into x means x is what? Here 196 divided by y is equal to y square. Okay. So take this y to the right side. So the division by, no, it will become multiplication. So 112 into 196 is equal to y square into y. So next step we can write this as y cube. So 112 into 196 is equal to y cube. Either you can multiply this or take this prime factorization separately. So 112 factorize. So it will be what? So y cube is this one. So y we can write it as what? Cube root of 112 into 196 is equal to y. So separate cube root we can take 112 and 196. If you are taking the cube roots, so prime factorization method, do in the working column 112. If we factorize we will get like this way. So cube root means taking 3 together. So here 3, 196. Here also only 2 2's we can adjust with this. So these 3 together it will be 1 2 into this 2 and the remaining 2 2's from 196. So 1 2 3. So cube root means 3 together. So 2 2 2. It will become 1 2. Then here 2 7's are there and here 1 7 is there. So 3 7. So into 7 is equal to y. So 2 into 2 into 7. So it is what? 7 2's are 40, or 2 into 2 4, 4 7's are 28 is equal to y. So one number we got it as 28. We have what? X is equal to, we assume x is equal to, we got now from the first equation, we got 196 divided by y. So replace y as 28. 196 divided by 28, that is x is equal to 196. 196 divided by 28 is equal to 7. So x value we got it as 7 and y value we got it as 28. Therefore, we assume the numbers are x and y are the numbers we assume. So last we want to write what? Let the two numbers be x and y we assumed. So we can write, therefore the two numbers are what? 7. First we want to write as 7, then 20. Therefore the two numbers are 7 and 28. Okay, thank you all of you.